Hey guys, for this video we're going to take a look at this SEEKONE heat gun. I want to show you the features, give it a try, and then I have this thermal imager here, so I thought we would try this guy out on it and see how hot it gets. Now it's listed as a 1800 watt heat gun. You have the on-off switch on the back here. It has two positions, low and high. It's also a variable temperature with this wheel on the back side. I have it set all the way to the coolest setting, and you just rotate it like so to make it hotter and hotter. Now it lists the temperature is up to 1200 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. That's really hot, and I don't know how they get those temperatures exactly, but that's not the temperature we're going to get out of the nozzle, and that's the same for all heat guns. So I don't know how that's rated exactly, but we will test it out once we get to that thermal imager. Now, this also has a couple of attachments that you can put on the end. You get these guys that kind of step down the surface area to focus your heat in a smaller spot. And we also have this scraper style guy that gives us a long, wide band of heat there. And then we got this one that is kind of neat, how it has this kind of deflector plate. You know what I would do with this? I use my heat gun a lot for heat shrink tubing, and I like using solder seal for connecting wires together. So what I would do is I would take some pliers on this and bend it to where it's basically a U or a backward C as we're looking at it right now, because that really gives a good deflection of heat all the way around what you're trying to heat. So if you have the same purposes for wiring connections and things of that nature, really consider doing that with this piece here. Give it that full bend so it really helps you out. Now also, this thing has a little kickstand down here so you can stand it right up, which is another really good use for wires and such, because it's hands-free and then you can just be doing your thing right above. I know it's a little off camera, but you get the idea. So what I'm going to do for our test is I'm going to put this little guy on so it gives us a nice small focused band of heat, and we're going to start with it all the way down, lowest setting, and then before the end we'll crank it up. Let's get it plugged in and get all set up. Getting all set up as I do so, quick side note that's kind of funny. Before I had the thermal imager, I used an infrared heat guy, whatever you call it, and I actually got it too hot and melted the front of it on something I was testing. So we're going to aim it a little off to the side because I don't want to melt the front of my phone. We're going to go ahead and kick it on high. Again, we're on the lowest temperature setting. Turn this guy on. I have to move the camera over this way. So it's going to calibrate. The top number is where the little crosshairs right there are, and the max number is just the highest temperature that is anything that we're looking at. Let's see if we get any hotter on low. That speed setting, or that high-low switch, is really just changing the speed of the fan, so you probably get higher temperatures at the lower setting. And you can see we're getting up to about 115. You would build up more heat if you had something right in front of it blocking it. Right now it's all just blowing into the air. Well, we're up to 121, 122. Now let's turn up the dial a little bit and see what kind of temperature difference we get. We're up to 129 right now. My best guess is I'm about halfway up there. You guys a little bit over this way. Trying to coordinate all this is interesting. Okay, so you can still read the screen. Looks like we're over 200 degrees. Really more concerned with the max number. Now let's try it turned all the way up. Let's see, we're up to 390. Let's see if we can break 400. There we go, 400, 410 almost. 410. 430. So you can see it's quite a bit of difference from the lowest setting to the highest, and that tells us that it absolutely does work as far as our temperature setting on the back there. Up to 460, doing pretty good. 470. So you think we can hit 5? Can we hit 5? $490, $495, $499, $500. We made it. So there it is, guys, a quick look at the SEEKONE 1800 watt heat gun. Hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching.